Hi, everyone. This is Kathy Mamolen, Psychic Medium. Welcome to today's Pick a Card reading for my singles. Today, I'm going to ask my spirit guides about your future person, your future partner, your future spouse, could be, your best friend, who's coming, any clues that spirit has for us. I am going to be using some initials and some charms and any evidence that spirit wants to share with me. So welcome, everybody. Welcome back. Let's see what our choices are, and then we'll get started. So we have 3 choices today. We have Group A, and I'll put the timestamps in the description. Foundation, building a happy home and a family together. So I want to build a life with you. So somebody that you want to build a family, maybe that's something that you're trying to manifest. I have a journey, look at arms wide open, spreading my wings, traveling the same spiritual path. That could be really, really important to you. It could be spirits. There could be messages in this reading about a soulmate or a twin flame, or that you're both in alignment with your spiritual energy. So we'll see what happens with that reading. And the third choice is Group C, and it is future plans, making a commitment to stay together long terms. And I have this beautiful crystal ball. What is about to happen in the future? I want to look into this crystal ball with you and our spirit guides today. So future plans is Group C. Take a deep breath, take a moment to pick which pile you feel most drawn to, and I will meet you in your reading in a moment. If you picked Group A, this reading is for you. You picked the card that is the foundation. Building a happy home and a family together. I want to find a partner. I want to find a life partner. I want to find somebody that I can establish that home with, possibly even have children with. For some of you that would like to have children still. So we want to see what our cards are saying. Spirit, I call upon you for loving messages today. What is it that you need us to know about the future person coming towards us? What is the energy around us? What's the energy in this connection? What will it feel like? I am manifesting this connection. Whoop, I got a jumper back here. Let me get my jumper. I have choices, deciding between 2 lovers or other options. Spirit may put a couple of different people in front of you. Maybe they have already, but it is a feeling of you always have a choice. You are always going to be able to decide what's best for you and your own future. So don't ever forget that. You don't have to settle, they're saying. You don't have to just go with the only person who's interested in you. Doesn't mean there's not somebody that's going to come along after that. So you want to be in love with somebody, especially that somebody you want to have a family with and build a home with. You want to make sure that it's somebody you really want to be with. I have float away, drifting apart amicably without any regrets. If it's not somebody that is meant to be in your life, spirit will pull it apart. They will, unfortunately, take it away from you, even if you think that it's the best thing at the time. Because they're going to have something better for you. So if you've gone through something recently where you find yourself single again, just be very hopeful for what's ahead. And because everything happens for a reason. I am a goddess at the bottom of the deck. How gorgeous. Affirming the sacred feminine in yourself. Work on yourself. The best thing you can do while you're single is just raising that vibration, loving yourself, doing the best you can, and just kind of waiting, but you want to live your life to your fullest. And you definitely want to take that divine feminine energy and give it back to yourself. So I think that that's always really important. Spirit, please share with me. What is it that you need us to know? What is coming our way? What is it that you have for us? Tell me about this person. Okay, I have a 9 of Swords. I have a Lover's card. I have a 5 of Pentacles. And I have a 2 of Swords. The The Nine of Swords and the Five of Pentacles is coming into me as worrying about your future. You could be worried about your financial future. You could be doing it all alone. You've been single. Maybe you're afraid that you'll be single for the rest of your life and you didn't see yourself that way. But I'm not feeling that. I feel like this is a projection of fears. I'm worrying about something that hasn't happened yet. I'm worrying about something that isn't here yet. So you want to be careful that you're not thinking too far ahead, because you don't know what Spirit has for you. Spirit has this beautiful lover. This is the person that they want to bring to you. It just, maybe it hasn't happened yet. Doesn't mean it isn't going to happen. I have a soul connection coming in with this lover. I have they're sharing with me an abundance of love. Okay, so overflowing of love. Maybe it's the best love that you've ever had. I've never been this in love with anybody before, or I've never felt this deeply for someone, or you've never had somebody so in love with you. So it could be the best love of your life. And we don't want to worry about what we don't have. We just want to focus on, what's coming and what's best for us. Here's that choice again. Now the choice is coming into me a little bit more of open your eyes, open your heart, open yourself to who Spirit puts in front of you. Maybe you don't see it at first, is how it just came into me. It could be somebody that is put in front of you and you don't think of them on a romantic level at first. Maybe they come into your life for a different reason. And it has nothing to do with romance. But over time, you start to realize, you know what? They're actually really nice. They're good looking. I'm kind of attracted to them. I like talking to them. So it's a little bit of a very organic energy coming into me that feels that this person is... they're using the word sincere. So there's a lot of I feel like there's a conversation, multiple conversations that has nothing to do with dating each other. I feel like we just get to know each other on a friendly terms basis. Could come into your life as a friends to lover. But I feel very comfortable talking to this person. And then I start to realize that I could be attracted to this person. And the same thing is happening on the other side, Spirit saying, but I don't feel like it's a connection. Like we both are looking to date somebody, like a dating app situation, or a first date, a blind date. No, I feel like it's very organic. It's somebody that comes into our life somehow, and we start to talk and we realize that there is an attraction there. And then we start to find out they are single, they are interested, they are available. So very organic. I'm going to say it that way. That's nice. I have stay true. The need for validation from others is an illusion. You are not responsible for how others perceive you, but it is your responsibility to stay true to yourself. Absolutely. This person is going to identify in you. They're saying you're not a little girl, you're not a little boy anymore, and you have a lot to offer. You have found yourself, they're saying. So you know what you want. And you're not going to settle. You're not going to let somebody tell you what it is that you want or don't want. And I feel like they really respect that. I feel like they listen. I feel like they understand where you're coming from. And I think that they really can put themselves in your shoes and see like why you feel the way that you feel about relationships or things that have happened to you. So I like that. There's a very high level of respect. I respect that you went through that. I respect that journey was difficult or those days were hard for you, but you're not there today, something like that. I have an energetic pull. I love energetic pulls, magnetic pulls. A true master knows that you can create through your actions. Do not hesitate when you feel the energy pulling you. Follow it fearlessly and move worlds. So there could be something about this person you just feel very drawn to, whether it's things that they're doing, things that they're saying. They could be inspiring you somehow. It could be work related, Spirit just said, but it is a feeling of, I definitely respect you on a higher level. Again, it's not just about, I'm single and I want to date you. I feel like there's a lot more going on here. So very magnetized with this person, inspired by this person, and on both ways, both sides. Whatever you wish. When you lessen the importance of problems and suffering, there's my Nine of Swords, that projecting into the future of, I'm going to be alone. It's not true. Life will swing back into balance. Stop the struggle and feel the peace. The world responds to you. So when we let go of those worries and fears, we are living more in gratitude. We're living more in peace and comfort and love. And guess what? That's what you're pushing out. That is what this person's picking up on. They don't see you as desperate. They don't see you as, I have to be with somebody. They see you as somebody that's very strong and independent. And this is the type of person I want to be with. So that feels nice. Spirit, please share with me. What is it you need me to know? I have a Five of Pentacles again. So there's definitely some fear around future security for some reason. So try to take care of that yourself. Build a nest egg, work on your savings, pay down debt, things like that, so that you don't have to worry about those things with or without somebody. I have a Queen of Swords. You can make a decision to, no matter what, I'm going to be okay, is how I feel. I have a Wheel of Fortune, gorgeous. So that's something is about to shift and change for the better. And this is coming into me now as I can see it coming. It's almost like I can feel the wheels turning. I can feel the universe working. It's my time. It's my turn. So something along those lines is starting to shift. Yeah. An Ace of Pentacles. I want you to let go of the fear of, I'm going to be alone and I'm not going to be able to take care of myself somehow. I don't feel that at all. I feel like things are getting better for you all the time. And your luck is about to change. It could be changing in a couple different areas. It could be changing in your abundance right now, or it could be changing in, I have an Ace of Wands at the bottom of my deck, so it could be changing in your passion. Who's inspiring you, who's exciting you, and kind of that wow factor coming into you, being handed to you. Of course, those aces. And I have a Knight of Cups, how gorgeous, at the bottom of my deck. So this is somebody who definitely I'm starting to feel romantic feelings for. They're feeling romantic feelings for me, Spirit is saying. So I really want to start to see this move forward. I do have this overall energy of, I don't know, the door is opening, maybe the time is right, something like that, right place, right time. So there is that kind of, I don't know, serendipitous event happening around this connection. So they are sharing with me in the fall that this is kind of all going to take place around the fall season. I'm going to do some time cards, but we'll see. Please help me to better understand you. I do feel like we have some heart-to-heart conversations about almost a sense of, I'm sorry you went through that. It must have been really difficult, but I understand, that who you are today because of it. So I do feel like we have some real heart-to-heart conversations, which is good. I see you evolving to the woman I want to be with. So you are definitely the person that they want to be with, male or female, but you could be becoming a better person because of them. Like sometimes your best qualities come out with the right person. So you could just be shining, they're saying. How beautiful. It gives me peace knowing that you just don't let anyone in. So this person isn't going to be with just anyone, and neither are you. I don't feel like I don't feel like they're, it's like a dime a dozen energy. It's like, no, I'm going to wait for the right one. I really feel that that's important. I've been wanting to bond with you through communication. I feel like this person comes in and, maybe we even have a drink just as friends, maybe we really just are talking and we are kind of hanging out and doing things together. And then we realize that there's, could this be a romantic relationship that I wasn't even seeing? Sometimes spirit puts somebody in front of us and we're like blind to it. That's how I'm feeling with this particular connection. It's like almost going to be like right in front of you. And I don't know, until your eyes open or their eyes open to it, it's kind of like, how did we not see this? It's just how it's going to unfold. It's going to unfold a little bit differently than some other relationships you've been in. So it will come in very casually, very organically, and just kind of transition into feelings. So that's okay too. However we get there, it doesn't matter. Let's get some initials. Now, some of you may be confirming today, first initials, last initials. Others of you definitely are looking for new love. So these could just be clues. Don't worry if you don't see your initials. It's a general reading for everybody, but let's get a handful of initials on the table. Let me just go a little bit closer here so we can see them better. I have a W. Let's see. A W, an N, I, U. I have another W. I have an S. I have another I. I have an X. I have another I. I have a J. D. S. The letter B. I have a couple of B's. Now, you might have multiple B's. Sometimes people have, both initials are the letter B. So we've got multiple B's, multiple I's, multiple W's. I have an E. I have a G. I have another U. I have an R. T, L, N, S, N, an O, V, I have a G, and I have a K, and I do have a blank tile. So I always say you can use this for the missing letter. If you are missing just one letter that you are searching for or you were waiting for, that's your bonus. You can use that as your bonus. Okay. So there are your choices for today for your letters. And maybe those are connecting to some of you. Let me know in the comments if that made any sense. I always like to hear. So let's see what else they have for you. Spirit, can you tell me about a personality? Anything about a personality around this energy? I have a boss, hardworking, serious, gentleman, wealthy, businessman. Okay, that makes sense to me. I don't feel like we are kids. Okay, I feel like we're both adults. We both have had other experiences. And I feel like we approach this as, I feel that we get to know each other first before we're jumping into that romantic relationship. So there's definitely a sense of maturity, emotional maturity in this connection. I have a healer, possibly a physician, could be a spiritual healer, a therapist, a doctor. Maybe they're in the medical field. Maybe you're in the medical field. Maybe they own their own practice, something like that. But yeah, it does feel like somebody who's got a pretty substantial career at this point. I have an attorney, They could be connected to the justice system, court system, went to law school, could be in the legal system somehow, police officer, anything along those lines. So those could be just a handful of clues. What's the bottom of my deck? I do have a workaholic. I feel like it's self-proclaimed workaholic. Now, it could be because they have a difficult job, and Spirit's saying they have a very demanding job, but it could be because they're alone. Sometimes when people are alone, they don't mind working extra hours. They don't mind working extra hours and long hours, I should say, because they don't have anybody to go home to. But if they had somebody to go home to, they probably would wrap it up and go home and have more of a work family life. So I feel like they do it because they're more lonely than they do because they're obsessed. So maybe you'll see a change when we're, dating. But I mean, there's nothing wrong with somebody who's a hard worker either. Spirit, please share with me. I have I'm generous. I give surprises. I wrap presents or have them wrapped for you. I have smooth skin. I love that. I have smooth skin. Nice. Somebody has freckles. I love your freckles. A little bit of, I like your tan marks too. Like they can see the tan marks from the summer season. Someone has dimples when they smile. So there's always that person out there that you don't realize they have dimples until they smile. And then all of a sudden you're like, do you know you have a dimple? So that sounds cute. I have, let's see what sign. This could be Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. It could be you, could be them. I have a Leo, self-confident. An Aries, very independent. I have an Aquarius. Imagination is coming into me. And I have a Pisces. I have compassion with that Pisces. And I have a Cancer. I have protection. I do feel a provide and protect energy coming through, a very divine masculine energy that just came through, but more of I want to take care of you, I will stand by you energy. So you may see those types of qualities in this person. I have an Ice King, a boss, an entrepreneur. I feel like they take charge. I do. I feel like there's something about this connection that this person is substantial. They take charge, at least in their business life, their professional life. I feel like you're pretty impressed with them. I wouldn't be surprised if your paths cross because of work somehow. I feel like they're impressed with you. So I don't think they're impressed with that many people either. So that could be a compliment that not a lot of people are kind of in their league. So you're in their league, so to speak. I have a brunette. Okay. Dark hair. I have the dark, I am feeling dark eyes, but this has green eyes. So it could be like a hazel energy. I have mature man. I'm going to say not necessarily old, but emotionally mature for sure. I'm not playing games. I'm not a kid. I have a career. I'm definitely feeling the career. I feel like I have a courting man. I'm going to court you. I'm going to date you. I'm going to take you out. I'm going to treat you right. So this person, once we identify that there's some feelings here, I feel like it starts to turn into, they're saying dinners for two, reservations. That feels nice. Let's get some charms. Let's see what the charms are saying. Let's see what they want to share with me for the charms. I have a beautiful bowl of charms. So let's grab some of these. Okay. Let's see what is coming in. This is a number usually. The number 5 weeks, the month of May, 5 days, 5th of the month. I have a crown, so I do feel like they will treat you like royalty. I always like that feeling that they'll treat you really well. I have beautiful lips. I can't wait to kiss your lips. Maybe I'm staring at your lips. I've been wanting to kiss you for a long time. I do have a dog paw, so we have a dog in our lives somehow. So that could be something that is important. That's a good clue. I have a Scorpio, I have a Leo, and I have a Gemini. So we're picking up some additional signs there. I have a watering flower can. So somebody who, I don't know if I have a big garden, but I could have flower boxes. I could have planters on my porch, something like that, that I have to water. Maybe it hangs over my head that I have to remember to water my flowers. Let's see. I have the letter H. Okay, another letter. I have a beautiful heart, this feeling of you've captured my heart. Okay. I'm going to put for some reason, I want to put the dog, like the love of my life, as my pet. So somebody's really happy, with or without somebody, because they have an animal in their life. So that feels nice too. I have 2 parrots on this kind of ring, but how it is coming into me as we are mirroring each other, in a sense that maybe I'm going to put it this way. So maybe we are very similar. Maybe we have a lot in common. We're able to talk about a lot of different things, but it was very much a feeling of mirroring each other and supporting each other, and seeing a lot of commonality in each other. I have a pair of scissors, and I'm going to say there's nothing holding me back to be in this connection. So there's no strings attached to this person. I feel like they cut their ties to somebody a long time ago. They could have ended a long-term relationship years ago, something like that. Haven't been in anything really substantial for a while. So I feel like I don't have anything attached to this connection. So I always like that. I think that that's important, that somebody is totally available and we want that. Let's get some final messages and a timeline. Let's see what they're saying. I have a union of souls. 2 souls come together in perfect harmony, creating a bond that is nurturing and empowering. This union brings a sense of completeness and shared purpose. So I like the gates, this feeling of the gates finally open. I find my soulmate. I find my partner. I find the person that I want to share my life with. Again, it comes into you very easily. It could be right in front of you. So keep your eyes open. Spirit, what is the timeline around this? Any time elements with this? Let's get these jumpers over here. I have the number 7 days. I have 14, 7th of the month, 14th of the month. I have the number 2. I have the number 18. These could be birthday dates also. And I have day. I feel like I want to say any day now. One day, any day now. But look for the sunflowers. That could be a sign also. I see sunflowers everywhere I go, or maybe you just love sunflowers. So that could be a clue. But let's put this out into the universe. I loved the energy. I liked the kind of compatibility, I guess. And I liked the easy way that this love comes in. It just kind of flows into your life. So that felt good as well. I want to thank Spirit for these messages today. If you picked Group B, this reading is for you. So you picked the Journey card, and it says traveling the same spiritual path together. So that could be really important to you, that you're in alignment with somebody who is also on a spiritual journey. It could be that you have the same spiritual background, culture, religion. So that could be really important to you, that you're in alignment with somebody who feels and thinks the same way that you do spiritually. Spirit, please share with me. Tell me about this future partner, lover, my new best friend. Who is coming towards us? Anything you want us to know about their energy? We are manifesting them now. I am listening for you. I have ascension. Your spirits are joined on a higher level. You could both be very spiritual. You both could have had an awakening. You both could be feeling that soul connection, feeling like we're meant to be together, feeling like there's no coincidences that we found each other. So it could be that experience of, I just know you're my soulmate. So because you're both so in tune, Spirit said, to your own feelings. So you both will be probably very emotional and probably be able to identify that this is some kind of soul contract, soul journey very easily. I'm waiting. I'm holding out until someone better comes along. How about I've been waiting for someone like you? Okay. I didn't just settle. I didn't give in. I have said no to people that were interested in me because they weren't you. So if there's always that person out there who says, I just know that my person is out there. I just haven't met them yet. I can feel them. I can sense them. I know it when I'll know that they're my person when I see it. So trust that. That's your intuition talking to you, that they haven't put your person in front of you yet, because you will know it when you see it. Your intuition is going to confirm it for you. I have a 9 of Pentacles. I have an Emperor. I have a 5 of Swords. And I have a Wheel of Fortune. So I feel like I'm going to go with the Divine Masculine energy for now, because I do feel like this person, it came into me as rebuilding, and then the 5 of Swords confirmed it. I do feel like this person has been working on just focusing on themselves for a while. They could be just rebuilding their career, rebuilding their finances, buying a house, moving, paying off debt, getting their feet firmly planted on a ground. They could have had a divorce or a long-term relationship that ended, so it was a financial setback of some kind to them. But it does feel like I've just been working on my wealth, and that's what they've been focusing on. I feel like they haven't been putting a lot of energy into dating people. They are waiting for the right one to come along, Spirit just said. They're not out searching. They're just kind of hoping that you're put in their path, and it just happens. And they're probably believing in destiny and fate, and if it's meant to be, it will be. And so I would say that this person isn't out there serial dating. I'm not feeling that. I feel like they're focusing on their work, their career. They had gone through some kind of battle, a little bit of a starting over energy, whether it's in their career or in their personal life. But I definitely am feeling that I just had to work on myself for a while and kind of get back on my feet. So you'll meet them when they're in a good place as an Emperor and a 9 of Pentacles. So they'll have some wealth under their belt. They'll have a sense of security. They have built themselves up again. Their confidence is high. Beautiful. I have Wild and Wonderful. Why focus on limitations and realisms? Breakthroughs and miracles require no linear explanation or method. Unexplainable and illogical magic happens every day. So how can we just say that simply? Believe in the magic is really what that card is saying, that magic happens all around us. And if somebody believes in fate and destiny and knows their soulmates out there, and I don't have to struggle to meet them because it's going to happen, it's already predestined, they're saying. Magic happens every day. So I'm going to keep believing in the magic. I'm going to keep believing in that my soulmate is out there. Beautiful. An energetic pull. A true master knows that you create through your actions. Do not hesitate when you feel the energy pulling you. Follow it fearlessly and move worlds. I'm going to say a shift in energy as well, that there could be something that's calling you to do something that maybe they want you to take a course or do something, join a gym, do something that you don't normally do. It's like an energy that says, hey, I should try that. That's something different. And then guess what? Guess who's in the room? Guess who you meet, randomly, because you're supposed to both be there. They were drawn to that course as well. They were drawn to that show or event, that bar, wherever you feel that pull, that internal pull that says, hey, go there, go into that building, go there today. Sometimes spirit talks to you, sometimes they'll make you stop your car, and there's something they say, stop your car, park your car, and go in that store, and you're like, what? So listen to that intuition. I have trust your feelings. You are unique. Your destiny is waiting for you to write your story and pave your own path. Follow your heart. Don't let others dictate who you should be. Trust your feelings. I'll know it when I see it. I know that this will be my person. I won't have to second guess myself. I won't have to overanalyze it. I just know myself. I just know that I'll know. So I'm going to say, just keep trusting that. I have a Six of Wands. I have an Eight of Wands. I have a Queen of Pentacles, and I have a Four of Wands. This is a sudden shift in energy. This person wants to capture you. I feel that it is going to be one of those relationships that moves pretty quickly. So for example, if you've never been married before and you want to be married, you want to have a family, and you're kind of looking at your timeline, there's something about this connection that I feel like is going to move very quickly from point A to point B, from meeting to commitment. I feel like it comes in out of nowhere. Be secure, be strong. This person's attracted to you for that reason, but it feels like it comes in out of nowhere. So it really is kind of a, wow, I never thought this would happen to me energy, or you could literally meet this person and within a period of a year and a half, 2 years, go from dating to being engaged to living together to being married to having a baby, so it feels like it's a very kind of fast courting. It's a very fast, but we know, it's like, we just know, we've dated other people. We know that this is right. We have a good judge of character. So I just feel like it is a little bit of a whirlwind, a romantic whirlwind, but it feels exciting, and Spirit's saying like everything about it is right. So I don't feel like we are going too fast or we are making wrong decisions. I feel like it's just because it's the right person. So there's no reason to wait, 8 years to decide if you want to be with this person. So let's get some initials, first initials, last initials. Maybe we'll get a confirmation for some of you. Don't worry if you don't see your person's letters. We get multiple letters also too sometimes. So let's see. I have the letter B. Let me zoom in. Let me zoom in so you can see them. I have a B, a T, I have an L, I have a Z, I have a P, I have an R, I have another R, I have an E, a U, I have another E, a lot of E's, I have an X, I have an M, another E, another E. Okay, so that could be important. I have a T, another U, an N, the letter C. I have another L, an S, O, I have a V, K, D, F, and a J. Okay, so some of you, those could definitely be connecting. You could be seeing your initials, their initials. If you have somebody in mind, you're wondering if this is your person. If not, they're just clues for what's coming, okay? So let's see what else they want you to know today. Spirit, what do you want to share with us? Anything about this energy that you want us to know? I don't mind trying harder to win you over. Yeah, there is a sense of chasing. There is a sense of I want to capture your heart. It is very fast moving. So you could feel a little love bombed. I have 1212 on the clock too. We'll grab that angel number as I'm recording. So that's nice. A little bit of a love bombing situation, but not that it would turn you off because you feel like this is the right person, but I feel like this person doesn't want to, you're the one they've been waiting for, so they don't want to let you get away. That's really what's going on. I'm ready to open myself up. I'm an open book. How about the person who says, ask me anything. I have nothing to hide. I have nothing in the closet. I'm not keeping secrets from you. There's nothing in my background that I'm not afraid to tell you. So very much an open book. I think that gives you that kind of immediate trust. I feel like I can trust you very quickly because of that. So that feels nice. I have fighting off the negative thoughts that lie to you about your person. So yeah, the open book is, I think, important because we all in this day and age, we all have those thoughts about what if, what if they're lying to me? What if there's something else going on? What if they have somebody in the background? They didn't tell me. So I do feel like it kind of alleviates those thoughts in the back of your head as to, is this somebody I can trust or not trust? Spirit, please share with me some energy, characteristics, anything you want me to know about my person. I have a workaholic, okay, making plans. I'm going to say that they have been throwing themselves into their career at this point. They were rebuilding. So they could be, or they could be at that age where their career's up and running and these are like their peak income years. So it's really important that they kind of take advantage of that. Spirit's saying they like what they do. So sometimes when people like what they do, they like to put a lot of energy into it. So they could really love their job. They could really love their career and enjoy working. So maybe it's not a bad thing, but they do put a lot of hours into their career, their work. I have a dog energy, warm-hearted, definitely loyal, right? Definitely this feeling of you can trust me with that dog energy. So I have loyalty. I'll be by your side, Spirit saying as well. We could have a dog. I could own a dog. So that could be a clue. I have a Romeo. There's a very seductive energy in this person. You feel like they are your Prince Charming. Maybe you've never been this in love with anyone before. There is a beautiful sense of intimacy. I want to be with you is very strong. I want to be with you physically. I want to be with you emotionally. So I'm very attached to this person. I get more and more attached to them as time goes on. I feel like I fall in love with them very quickly. It's a forever after love. We talk about a forever, beautiful, a life partner, a lasting love. We work as a team. We acknowledge each other. So these are all, it's grounded in a deep love. So I feel like we both know we're not going anywhere. I feel like once we meet, we're just in love with each other. And I don't think we have to worry about it ending. It's not that cloud that hangs over our head with, oh, what if this goes away? It's more of a, I'm so grateful that I have my partner. I see a future with you. I'm not going anywhere. You just believe it. You just feel it in your heart and your soul that you're going to stick together. So it really is a lasting love. That's beautiful. I have technology. This person could be connected to technology, always has their laptop going. I have emotional. Okay, so I'm going to say emotionally available, that they have the ability to, have tears in their eyes when they tell you how much they're in love with you, or they make love to you and they're emotional too. They just, are kind of overwhelmed with, I feel like we both fall in love very quickly. So there probably will be some very emotional times where we just can't wrap our head around, how lucky we are or how grateful we are that we found somebody that we really want to be with. I have jewelry. So a piece of jewelry, a substantial piece of jewelry. Maybe they like to buy gifts. Okay? Maybe they buy you a beautiful ring, beautiful, any kind of jewelry, necklaces. So maybe they like to buy jewelry. I have musician. I don't know if they are a musician as much as they appreciate live music. That could be something that they like to do. That could be something that they go out of their way and say, hey, let's go here. They've got a band playing tonight, or, they've got singers or something like that. Let's see what sign they may be. Sun, moon, rising, Venus. This could be you. This could be them. I have a Virgo, service to others. I have a Sagittarius, optimism is coming through. I have a Pisces, very intimate with that Pisces. I have a Gemini, very curious about you. And then I have a Capricorn, very realistic and very methodical steps. So they are sharing that this person, even though it's moving fast, they're still a planner. They are probably somebody that solves problems very easily. Where are we going to live? And they find the place to live and how much it's going to cost, and this is deposits or mortgages or whatever. I feel like they are a planner. I feel like they can get the job done. So we make a great team in that respect. I'm not worried about somebody who can't kind of pull their weight. They take care of business, so to speak. Spirit, please share with me, what is it that you have for us? I have dating. Yeah, it's very romantic. I feel like it's a work hard, play hard connection, that we probably both work hard days. And then when our time is off, we enjoy our time alone. We enjoy our time together. Yeah, we have family and friends, but I feel like this is one of those couples that they just love to do things themselves. They like to travel by themselves. They like to go away for long weekends, just the two of them. They are perfectly happy spending the whole day just together. They don't need to be entertained by other people. They can entertain each other. So that's where the best friend comes in. Like, this is the person you want to be with more than anyone. You never really get sick of them. You are a true gem. There's the jewelry again. I'm getting that diamond feeling, of course, at that big, huge diamond glowing at us. So I'm going to say a commitment. I'm going to say a proposal, big diamond ring. I have freedom, being single, casual. I have been free. yeah, we all can be free, but I'm choosing to be with you. Maybe Spirit's letting you know that you can still have your own freedom within this connection. You can still be yourself. You can do what you want. You can have your own interests, your own goals. So maybe Spirit's just reminding you that you don't have to give up on those things either. I have a young female that came into me more as an age difference. This person could be a little bit older than you. We have possibly a few years difference. So it came into me as more of an age difference than anything. All right, let's get some charms. Let's see what my charms are saying. I've got this beautiful bowl of charms. So let's grab a scoop of these and see what they say. Okay, let me get a couple more. Let's have a little bit of everything in here. Let's see. Let's start with this guy. It says, not now. Okay, so you've been waiting. So maybe it just hasn't happened today, but it doesn't mean it's not going to happen tomorrow. We'll do some time cards. I have the letter E. I have an H. Okay. This is coming into me as class. It's kind of a woman all dressed up. They could like your style. They could like your the way that you dress. You know, it's a feeling. I've got a high heel. I've got kind of this outfit. So it could be, I just like your style. I like how you always look great. Every time we go somewhere, you always look, amazing. So that could be coming in. Here's a queen. Yeah. I just kind of look up to you. I'm putting you on a pedestal. And I do feel like that's important. The person who you're with, you want them to look at you like you're the only person in the room. And I feel like you're going to have that with this. I have a Taurus energy. I have the letter D. So we're getting some additional letters. I have a tree. That's coming into me as growing together, planting a life together. I have two trees. Good. So we're both growing. We're both going to grow. We're going to grow together. Nice. I have a parrot. I'm actually feeling a bird. Maybe we have a bird as a pet, or maybe we had a bird as a pet when we were younger. And we somehow are talking about the bird, a parakeet, or I don't know, maybe it was a parrot, maybe it was a big bird, or somebody in my life has a big bird. But it feels like it's a real bird. Somebody had raised a bird. I have a bunny too. I'm going to say birds and bunnies. Okay. So I'm going to say I like all kinds of animals. I had bunnies when I was little. Maybe I had a bird. Maybe I had a rabbit cage in my backyard and I used to have to feed my bunnies, so it feels like that. It's like a story. So it's coming into me that way. I have a heart. Beautiful. He captured my heart. And I have a shovel. And I'm just going to use the word deep, like digging deep, that you're deep within my heart. And I've never felt this in love with somebody is probably what I'm really picking up on. And I do have a baby cup. So somebody out there is having a baby, and there's my tree. My tree will grow. So for some of you, like I said, we could go from not being with anybody to, in a very short period of time, we're married, we are with our person, we have a home, and we're having a baby, So, what a difference a year makes, what a difference 2 years makes. Your life can change on a dime is really this reading. So keep believing. There's the beautiful charms. I wanted to focus a little bit better, but let's see. There you go. Okay. So let's see what else. Let's get a final message and a timeline and see what they want for you. It feels nice. It feels real. It feels official. It feels like the real deal. Nice. This is the kind of love we want. Spirit, please share with me. What is it that you have? We're definitely going on a long journey together. I have an eternal love. Your love is eternal, transcending time and space. This unbreakable bond connects your souls infinitely, growing stronger with each passing moment. So it is an eternal love. I feel like from the moment we meet each other, it really is till death do us part. It's a lasting love. I'm not worried about somebody wanting to be with anybody else or us going back and forth. This is a couple that wants to be together all the time, do things together. Spirit, please share with me. They're one and the same. Spirit just said, I have the number 13. 13 days, 13th of the month, within a week. Okay, look for a red rose. Okay, maybe it's the first thing they bring you. I have springtime, spring blooming. I have June, could be a birthday month. I have the number 24. And I have within 1 to 3 weeks. So those aren't bad. But overall, I'm going to say whoever this is, you're going to know it when you see it. And I feel like you both are going to jump right in, and it's going to be kind of fast, and we'll fall in love very, very quickly. So let's put this out into the universe. It feels good. I want to thank Spirit for these messages today. If you picked Group C, future plans, this reading is for you. So you picked this gorgeous crystal ball, making a commitment to stay together long term. So you want to manifest, or you're hoping that the person that you meet is going to stay, because you don't want to keep starting over. You don't want to keep meeting the wrong person. So we want somebody who can think, you want somebody who can think into the future. You want somebody who, excuse me. Sorry about that. Needed a sip of water. You want somebody who can see into the future. Definitely. Spirit, please share with me loving messages. What is it that you have for us? I have a reflection. Seeing the shadow side of yourself and your partner. That is coming into me as I understand you. So for those of you that have gone through a lot, you've walked on fire, energy. You have a story to tell, is how they just said it. And you need to be with somebody who understands you and that story. You need to be with somebody who doesn't just poo-poo it, who doesn't just let it roll over their head, who understands where you're coming from. And there's a part of me that feels like we have not necessarily the same story, but similar experiences. And that is probably what ties you together, that you have something very specific that maybe hasn't happened to other people that you guys share in common. And I feel like that's a big bond between the two of you right from the start. I have a journey. Okay, there's your journey. Traveling the same spiritual path together, arms wide open. There's something that's bonding us together. It could be your faith. It could be your spiritual belief. It could be you both have had an awakening, but maybe that's the bond that I'm feeling. And then I have reunite, coming together to strengthen your bond. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's somebody from your past coming back. It could be a soulmate from a past lifetime that you're reuniting with, a twin flame from a past lifetime that you find in this lifetime. So reuniting is just a souls connecting. Doesn't necessarily mean that I am inviting back my past. So it could be somebody that you don't know, but you feel like you know them. You meet them and I feel like I've known you forever. So that's usually a good kind of clue that this is a soul contract. I have a Page of Cups. Those are new feelings. I have a Knight of Pentacles. I have a Three of Pentacles. And I have a World. This is a feeling of starting over again. These infinity symbols are jumping out at me on this particular card. Infinite love. Okay, we've traveled together through infinity. So I'm going to say soul contract of some kind. So you could be feeling that. The Three of Pentacles came into me as I admire you, and the Knight of Pentacles. Now, you could be connected through work. You could have similar careers. You could be in the same similar fields, something like that, not necessarily work together. But I do feel like there's a beautiful sense of I respect what you do. I think it's amazing. I think it's great. They see what they love about you is this kind of never giving up. So maybe you have a career where you got to put in the time, you got to put in the energy, you've got to not give up on yourself. That this Knight of Pentacles is slow and steady wins the race, and they get their arms around whatever it is that they want, but it's because it's like the workhorse of the deck, and it's the card that says, I just keep plugging along. I keep plugging along. You know, maybe it took you a long time to get through an education. Maybe it took you a long time to gain work experience. Maybe you have been trying to build a business and it's taken a tremendous amount of effort before the rewards are coming in. So it's that kind of an energy, and they really, really respect you for that. I like the Page of Cups because that's always it's one of my favorite cards. And I feel like it's just filled with hope today. It's hopeful feelings. I'm hoping you're the right one. I'm hoping that this is the person that I'm supposed to be with. I feel like it's a good start, they're saying. So I feel like right from the beginning, I have a King of Wands at the bottom of my deck, and I have a Temperance. So that feels beautiful, and a Knight of Wands. Let's grab these. So I feel this beautiful sense of comfort with you, even though the chemistry could be off the charts. There's that infinity symbol jumping out at me again. There could be gorgeous chemistry. There could be magnetic energy. But at the same time, I feel like I'm supposed to be with you with that Temperance. We balance each other somehow. We are able to calm each other. It's exciting when it needs to be exciting, but it's also kind of grounded when it needs to be grounded. So I feel like you guys are really complementary to each other. So you're a yin and a yang energy. And I feel like you are picking up on that. You know, there could be something about the sound of this person's voice that's very calming to you, or this is the person that when you are struggling with something, you have high anxiety, you are upset about something from work, you talk to this person, and whatever they say, it doesn't matter what they say, you feel better. So there's a very calming, they tell you everything's going to be okay. They listen, they understand, you know, so there's a sense of being there for you and being there for each other. So that feels nice. Spirit, tell me more about this connection. What is it that you have for us? Beautiful. I have a spark of life. Don't sink into hopelessness and despair, for in your lives a spark of life that is undefeated and unbeatable. For in you, in your lives. Yeah, some of the vocabulary on some of these cards is a little bit off. That is undefeated and unbeatable. You can overcome everything. Your destiny depends upon it. A spark of life, you know, somebody who maybe you feel like I'm not where I want to be. I'm not with who I want to be with. I don't have what I want. And then this person comes into your life and they kind of light you up. And for the first time in a long time, I don't know, maybe all the parts and pieces in your life are working. You know, my job is working, my house is working. If you have kids, the kids are great, your parents are fine. So maybe in the first time in a long time, you feel like that wheel that we all try to keep balanced is actually working for you. So I feel like don't give up is more the message. Don't give up because you're very close to having that. So this person is going to be there for you, is really a very strong feeling. Trust your feelings. Thank you, Spirit. You are unique. Your destiny is waiting for you to write your story and pave your own path. Follow your heart. Don't let others dictate who you should be. This person respects you. They respect this kind of hard-working person, this never giving up energy that you have, this belief in yourself that maybe other people don't have. And they see that as your strength. So, yeah, I mean, somebody who's going to say, you know what, I can see that you believe in yourself. Nothing wrong with that. You know, this person's going to be attracted to that. Let's get one more of these. These are always nice. And I have It's Coming. I love that. Hope. Yeah, hope is definitely part of your message. It's definitely part of this reading. Hope is on the horizon. In the face of challenges, remember that nothing lasts forever. Trust that the universe has good things in store for you. So if something ended and you haven't replaced it, it doesn't mean that you're not going to have that again. It just means it hasn't happened yet. And that's where we fall back and surrender to divine timing. We surrender to, it just hasn't, the right person hasn't crossed my path, that I know that Spirit has somebody for me. So, but I like the It's Coming. That's very hopeful. I do have some time cards, but, you know, it's just not here yet. And that's how you have to say it. You don't want it to be the wrong person. I'd rather it not be here than it be here and be the wrong person. You know, so you want it to be the right person. I have a Hermit. Okay, so there's the I've been alone. I have an Ace of Cups. It can change very quickly. These aces are handed to us in a very timely manner that if you look at the ace, you can always see this kind of gloved hand coming from a cloud. And the reference is, you know, the hand of God handing you these 4 gifts. There's 4 aces in the deck. So here's this hand being handed to you, and it's an abundance of love. It's overflowing of love. And this beautiful kind of dove above it, that's kind of a symbol of hope. This reading is all about hope. I would take that word and write it down, stick it to your forehead today. But yeah, it's a feeling of, you know what, you can go from being a hermit to having this unconditional love come into your life in a day, in a moment. So it doesn't mean you're forever in that hermit stage. And the hermit stage is a good place to be. Sometimes it's a healing place. It's a place for us to find ourselves again. It's a place for us to search for the answers they just said. I have a 2 of, what is this? Oh no, this is my Magician. Beautiful. My Magician. And I have a Queen of Cups. Gorgeous. So here is this beautiful, I have a lot to offer and I have a lot of love to give. So this person has a lot of value is how I feel. I feel like there's going to be a lot of different things that you love about this person. And they could have a lot of really different qualities. It's not going to be any one thing that you fall in love with. I feel like they're really, quite frankly, like the package. So I feel that you are going to find a lot of things that you like about this person. So that feels nice. Spirit, please share with me. The perfect kind of simple. Ooh, I like simple because There was that energy that was kind of like slow and steady, wins the race with that Knight of Pentacles earlier. So maybe you're the type of person that you don't want a kind of crazy to come into your life. You don't need a whirlwind. You don't need intensity. That you would actually prefer kind of this quiet, graceful elegance of a love that comes in, and it just kind of evolves over a period of time and doesn't erupt your life or kind of, pull your life apart in some way. So simple is nice, right? Just quiet. How about quiet and simple and time together? And we like our quiet time. You both could be homebodies. Doesn't mean that you don't like to socialize, but maybe you're just as happy eating at home and watching a movie at night. You both just like kind of feeling safe and cozy at home. More of a quiet life, a simpler life. I need you more than I'm letting you know. So eventually admitting their feelings to you and saying, I never thought I'd get to the place where I can't live without you, or I can't imagine my life without you. And I always feel like that's the turning point. When you get to a place with somebody that you would be devastated if something happened to them, God forbid, that you just need to have them in your life. You want to have them in your life because they're that important to you. I always feel like that's the turning point into the commitment phase. So this person could be opening up to you and saying, I just can't imagine my life without you. And that's when we kind of both know that we're going to stick together and stay together. We have future plans was the card. I don't mind trying harder to win you over. I'm going to try hard. I'm going to try hard to make you happy. I'm going to try hard to keep us together. I know it takes effort. I know it takes time. So this person has a pretty good head on their shoulders as far as being in a relationship and what that's going to take. And I have sharing and exchanging sacred energy. I trust you. I trust you with my life. I trust you with private thoughts. I trust you with my body. So yeah, I mean, definitely. I mean, this could be the first person that you've ever made love to. For some of you, it could be the first person that you've ever been that intimate with. So it could be just a really important, sacred to me is I think trusting you with my heart, my soul, and my body. I think that's sacred. I mean, all of those things are sacred to me, and I'm letting you become a part of that in a way. So let's see what they have for initials. Let's get some initials. So these could be first initials, last initials. Let's see what clues they have for us today. Let's grab these. So this beautiful big bowl of Scrabble, little tiles, I guess. And let's see. Okay, we'll have doubles. I know I will have doubles. I have a J. I have a V. S. P. W. U. I have an A. T. I have an M. N. I have another N. I have an I. I have a D. I have an A. I have an O. Oops, this is a double. Okay. I have an O. I have an R. I have another M. Letter B. Do I have a U already? Yep, I have a U. An L. I have an I. I have the letter E. Another N. I have another I. Another I. Okay. All right. So those are first initials, last initials. We'll keep our eyes open for those. Some of those may be connecting to you or confirming for you today, which would be great. Let's see what else they want you to know about this connection. Spirit, any personality traits that I should be looking for, things I should be keeping my eyes open. Quiet. How about a quiet, peaceful evenings? Like, I just kind of like it. I feel cozy with this person. Like I'm perfectly fine. Like I feel maybe you live somewhere where it's cold. We light a fire. We sit on the couch together. We watch a movie. We fight over a blanket. You know, I just feel like we are very cozy and comfortable. I have a dog energy, warm-hearted, loyal is a dog. I'm going to say defensive also, that this person would protect you. Okay. I think that, you know, not all dogs are going to run up to you and say, pet me. Dogs are going to defend somebody if they feel threatened. So I feel like this person's divine masculine would come forward and be very protective of you. So that feels positive. I have an artist. There's a creative side to this person that feels more like a hobby. They could have a hobby that they enjoy. They do woodworking, they paint, they make things. They might have a little studio set up in their house or a shed or garage, something like that. That could be you. That could be them. It could be crafts. It could be sewing. It could be pottery, they just said. So photography. Okay, so maybe there's a creative side. I have a Romeo, a seducer. You're my Prince Charming. I definitely feel like I'm head over heels in love. I feel that they're head over heels in love with you. It's very mutual. There's nothing worse than one person being more in love than the other. It's very mutual. We are meant to be together, Spirit just said. So just a head over heels in love feeling. I'm happy. I'm happy I found you. I'm going to say a happy soul overall, that, you know, they are genuinely a good soul. They're genuinely live a happy life, optimistic life. They enjoy their family, their friends. They enjoy strangers, Spirit just said. They smile at strangers. They talk to strangers. They make strangers laugh. So this person has a sense of humor, is how that just came in. They could have a very kind of quirky sarcasm, something like that. But they make you laugh. And I think you're going to catch them smiling more often than not. Spirit, please share with me. I have smooth skin. Okay, I like their lips too. They might have soft lips. That looks like soft lips. I have very youthful. Okay, they may act a lot younger than their actual age. They may look a lot younger than their actual age. You may be surprised at how old they are because they look so much younger, something like that. That could be you. Maybe a lot of people tell you that you look really young. I have stingy. Okay. I don't know. I mean, everybody's got kind of their quirks around money. I'm going to say, I don't know if they're stingy as much as I don't like to throw money away. Okay. Maybe they're just more watchful, or they just don't blow money. I'm going to say it that way, which isn't a bad quality, but maybe everybody's got kind of their own little thing around money. So maybe their thing is, I just don't like to blow money. I don't like to waste money. I have long hair. Say somebody could have long hair. Let's get one more. I can be stubborn. I admit it. Maybe I admit that I struggle with, you know, if somebody says, what's your weakness? And I say, well, there's times that I know I can be stubborn. I get something in my head and I can't, you know, move on from it, you know, so Sometimes that comes with age too. You kind of get more set in your ways. So that could be it. What sign could they be, Spirit? What sign? I have a Sagittarius, very optimistic. I have a Pisces, their intuition. You may find them very intuitive. You may find that there was a feeling of they kind of go with the flow and they're comfortable with that. They are very accepting of kind of circumstances going on around them. Like, okay, that's fine, you know. So that felt good. I have a Gemini. Okay, that's a little bit of a I really want to get to know you energy. I want to know everything about you. And then I have an Aries. There's my passion. There's my little bit of a stubbornness with that ram again. And I have a Cancer. Cancers are very emotional. I feel they're using the word tranquility. So there's a very quiet side to this person. Maybe they like to just kind of sit outside and listen to the birds, or sit outside and look at the water if there's water. They don't need to be entertained, Spirit's saying, so they can entertain themselves, whether it's playing on their phone or reading or just, you know, kind of thinking, you know. So I feel that they don't need to be in, they like their quiet time. There's something about they like their quiet space. Okay, so here is some charms. Let's see what our charms are saying today. Let's see if we get some clues on our charms. Okay, so I'm going to get a scoop. Give these a little stir. And a couple more. All right, looks like we have some additional signs, so let's grab those. Okay, I have a Scorpio. I have a Cancer, no, a Capricorn. Okay, some letters. I have the letter D. I have an O. I have another D. I have the number 12, 12 days, 12th of the month, December. I have a Gemini. Okay, I have the letter Z. Okay, I have a dog print. So I am going to go with loyalty. We could have a dog in the mix just as a pet, but I am feeling loyalty. I feel like this is somebody you can trust. This is somebody that will stay by your side. I definitely feel that. I have flowering plants. So somebody really likes to garden. I'm going to say it that way. I have buckets of flowers. I feel like I have hanging buckets, almost like, you know, on those poles where you have the hanging baskets. So I feel like I have a lot of hanging baskets. I could have hanging baskets on my porch, something like that I have to water every day. I definitely can feel the hose. So I've got a garden. I don't know if it's like a garden bed as much as hanging baskets that I take care of all summer long. I always do baskets. And then maybe in the fall, I do mums, something like that. I have a parrot, and they're saying I watch you. So all I could think of is, you know how sometimes my son has birds and the birds watch you. They're so smart. Birds are super smart, especially the big birds, and they watch you. So there's something about your person not watching you in a bad way, but they might be so attracted to you. They watch you. They like to watch you talk on the phone. They like to watch you when you're working. Like you catch them kind of staring at you every once in a while. You're like, are you watching me? Are you staring at me? And they're like, I can't help it. I'm just so, you know, attracted to you. So there was a sense of, I just kind of like to look at you. Nothing wrong with that, but that's how it came in. So they like to look at you. They could be very attracted to you. And I have ballet slippers, ballet shoes. Little girl. Okay, there could be a little girl on either side. They could be grown now, but maybe we raised a daughter, somebody raised a daughter, somebody has a daughter. So there could be a daughter on either side. Okay, so there are my charms. Very nice. And let's get just some final messages and see what else Spirit wants you to know. What else? Anything else about this connection that I should be looking for, Spirit? I have a home. Okay, buying a home together, moving in together. I want a home in the suburbs. I feel like I have a yard. I might even have a pool. I definitely have a fenced-in yard for some reason, whether it's kids or a dog. I definitely felt that. I feel a porch. Maybe that's where the hanging baskets are coming from. I have a young female. Okay, dark hair, music, long hair. I have making a choice. Maybe I was talking to a couple of people and I decided to be with you. Maybe this person chooses you over someone else. Not feeling a third party situation as much as dating a couple people, and maybe you're the one I want to go with. You're the one that stands out. I have fair, okay, fair skin, light eyes, it looks like. I have a mature woman, high society, high value. I have it's a new love, it's a new person, it's an unknown person. We just wanted to confirm that. I have work, somebody is a professional, definitely appreciates, the hard work. We learned that earlier. And I have family. I want to have a family. There's a little girl as well. So we could have that little, somebody may have a daughter already. And that's a big part of this connection. Spirit, please share with me loving messages. It's a divine romance. Your romance is guided by divine forces. Trust in this higher guidance and allow it to lead you to a love that is pure, passionate, and everlasting. So what Spirit brings together stays together is how it felt. So I feel like it is divinely guided, some kind of soul connection that feels nice. Let's see when. Let's get some numbers or timeline. I have the number 14. Day. Any day now. I'm going to say any day now. I have the number 29. These could be birthday days or other dates that are important to you. I have tomorrow. Any day now or tomorrow, the sun will come out. This was a reading of hope. This really was. This was a bottom of the deck. I have Halloween. So we're entering into fall. It could be closer than you think, on or around Halloween. So that could be definitely a clue. But there was this incredible feeling of hope in this particular reading today. So I really enjoyed that. Let's put this out into the universe. I want to thank Spirit for these messages today. I want to thank you for joining me in this pick a card. I'm so grateful that you were here. If you're new to this channel, please remember to hit that like, subscribe, ring the notification bell, claim it, own it. It's yours in the comments. If you'd like to book a private reading with me, go to my website, kathymamolenspsychicmedium.com. Also, I have 2 other YouTube channels. I have my main channel, Kathy Mamolen Psychic Medium, and I have a Twin Flame Soulmate channel. I'll put both of those links in the description below so you can see other readings if you like the way that I read or you like some of the things that Spirit was sharing with me today. You may find other readings on those channels. I hope you had a great day, and we'll see you all again real soon.